Hello, Africa. Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Ghana. Hello, the rest of the world. Uh, I thought I showed this video from the woods. You know what I'm saying? I kind of felt the peace around where I am right now, African woods. Okay, so I just actually I had to come uh, go away from my house. It was really a bit noisy, and neighbors don't just learn to keep it down. So I headed for the woods. So I hope you guys enjoy the scenery here. Maybe I show you a little bit of um, the serene nature. I kind of love it out here. So coming back to this, actually part four of my story, and don't forget you stay tuned to XJW Africa. This channel is basically about opening up Africa, opening up the eyes of Jehovah's Witnesses in this on this continent to realize that what they are into is not what they think it is. So uh, I just want to drop off my story, part four of the story. So fast forward, like I said in my previous video, I was I just all this why I never questioned the religion. No matter what I saw, I still believe in the religion. Um, so about when I relocated to another congregation just because I wanted to settle down, find a sister I could probably like or something. It's always hard getting your spec, who you really want. Sometimes you jump from one convention to the other. So I got fed up in my congregation, and I actually was trying to do the right thing, find someone I could pick up. So um, in my new congregation, maybe I just walk you a bit around. In my new congregation, I zeroed in on a sister that uh, I would describe as a true Jehovah's Witness. She was young and very respectable, highly intelligent. She may not be uh, the most beautiful girl, but she certainly possess she certainly possesses those qualities that I think I'll be okay with. But maybe I don't know. But I think her intelligence outweighs any flaws or physical deficiency she might have. So I was really gunning for her. There was another sister I was also looking at. We went out a few times, had a few drinks, and all that. So I was working on it, and not long, I got introduced to some sister who was a friend of my brother, you know, a friend to a friend of my brother. I don't know how that sounds. I don't know. He just told me there's some house sister somewhere. Maybe I come check her out and all that. So I decided to play 1 2 and got to meet this sister. And lo and behold, I don't want to take you through the whole story. Um, the summary of it, she wasn't the person that I wanted, but she convinced me that I was right for her, and we just the perfect match. And I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I well, okay. I think I like you too. I think I don't know. You seem to know everything about what I need. Probably, maybe I don't even know what I need anymore. And she got in my head. She got in my head, and I, she didn't want to let go. And within a period of 3 months, you know what I'm saying? 3 months. Now she worked me up so much so that I proposed to her. And I don't know. The sister had been looking out for in my congregation. For some weird reason, I just withdrew and started following the sister. You know, she probably was the one telling me that, hey, you got it right. Now I think it's one of those desperate sisters who, after searching for a brother a long time and one finally comes their way, they do not want to let go. So that's what actually happened. I got stuck. I got stuck. So during this time, I got winds that information came in that the sister probably had her reproductive um, organs compromised, and that if a friend of mine told me that she had it from good source, that the sister, there's a question mark on her. So when I heard this, I confronted her and asked if this was true. Look at what I'm hearing, and that if it was really true, I wanted her to open up to me. Um, I actually want to get married and have children, but if these issues of fertility is already coming up, and that people are saying you probably had a problem from the abortions that you have done, you you had better tell me so we'll find a way to settle this and all that. She said there was nothing like that, and that this friend of mine was trying to set her up and frame her and castigate her just because he asked her out and she didn't agree to it. Well, that's the reason why she's doing all of this. Wow, I already started having some body premonition that this is just wrong. Everything about you, this marriage, we had already started making arrangements. I had said to her that, well, why don't we just back off a little bit and try to know each other much better. And she said, come on, it's like we've known for years. Can't you feel it? So she just said those words and put in my mouth, and I began to confess the same thing. So let me not bore you. We eventually got married, and I think 2013 um, February we got married. And why, right there on the day of marriage, everything fall apart. I wasn't feeling it. At that time, I was just like a cow led to the slaughter. I just knew everybody was. I was just looking around, and it's like I've been struck or something. She was dancing, but inside of me, I was in agony. What have I gotten myself into? I wasn't feeling everything. It's I don't know what to say, but it. We got home that day. I tried to pretend everything was okay. Nothing was okay. She tried to know what the problem was as time progressed. And she's a woman. She knows when a man is not feeling it. So I said, okay, I'm good. It's just that marriage is a new thing. Whole thing is new to me. I just need some time to adjust, and begin to learn to be married. Folks, this thing did not work out. I later found out that what they said, apart from I wasn't feeling it, she struggled to conceive, and uh, you know, when she was struggling, and she knew that uh, maybe I'll find out sooner or later. She confessed to me that what um, the friend said was actually true, and that these were the numbers of abortion she had done. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, is that it? I wasn't even feeling this marriage in the first place now. So you are your reproductive anatomy is compromised. To make matters worse, even if I stuck my head in this marriage, there is really no way, I can continue. It's just being stabbed to, um, double-edged sword. What am I gonna do? Well, she tried to be smart, show get coded, and all that, but this time it was already too late. I just completely withdrew. It was a mess. It got very bad. We got separated. Very quickly, the divorce followed, and things started happening very quickly. Means this time. So when we got separated, I was alone, and I contacted a self-acclaimed therapist because my head was boiling over. I had a female who came around and tried to talk me out of my agony, and tried to see how I could stabilize, asking me questions about what's trying to, psychology. I don't know if she was a trained psychologist or she just thought she had the skills, and so that's why I call her a self-acclaimed. You know what I mean? So she she one thing led to the other. We got involved sexually, and you know, I probably the first time I had any felt any intimacy with one of the opposite sex, because sex with my ex-wife, I don't think I ever remembered having the urge or anything, so I couldn't just resist when one thing led to the other. But I said, okay, it's done. I'm gonna report to the elders. So I did report myself to the elders, and a judicial committee was set up, and they tried to quiz me if I had told my family members, and I said I have. There was nothing to hide. I was ready I was going to start on a clean slate. So they still had in mind that I would they would walk me back to my ex. But when I opened up to one of the elders, he understood that there was really nothing much to salvage from the situation. Okay, so let's walk a little bit. Uh, so um, the elders, some of them were personal friends of mine. They were shocked to the marrow because every congregation that I get to, I quickly grow like a superstar, and people really uh, um, loved me, you know. So uh, that I'm going through this whole situation was not something that they liked, but there was nothing they could do. I think they want to disfellowship me, but I think the rules they have in the elders book, now that what I had done, I have let it out. My family members knows about it and all that. So um, uh, they couldn't give, I couldn't have been just given a reproof or something. So I think that's the reason why I got this fellowship. I think they wanted a situation where I got reproved, but I didn't know what the rules were or the secret of the secrets of these elders. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So that was how I ended with my ex-wife. I got this fellowship, I think 2000 and 2015, July or August. I don't know exactly. I'm so horrible at keeping dates. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even remember my birthday. Wow. So, so life continued. I was really devastated when I was this fellowship, but I was determined to get back. So I tried getting back to the Kingdom Hall, but I couldn't just bow my head in shame. I tried to relocate to another congregation, and the people will soon know that I'm a disfellowship person. And the idea of walking to a Kingdom Hall and nobody says um, any greetings to you, you walk that walk of shame. You know what I mean? It was something that was too much for me to bear. I just was not going to be able to have time pass. I really want to get back in, but that shunning and that walk of shame was something that was extremely hard for me to deal with. So I was in the house. uh, okay, so how did I wake up? I think that was the big question because I still believed in everything that this religion was all about. So on a certain afternoon, I was sitting on my couch and I was bored stiff. Uh, uh, this is Africa. There's always power outage. So I think I was watching the news and the power went off. So I was bored stiff, and at that time I had just bought an Android phone. I maybe if I had had an Android phone much quicker, I probably would have woken up before uh, I don't know, maybe I would have woken up 2012 or 11, but I was building my house at the time, so I wasn't ready to spend money on any gadgets. So, but this time I had gotten an Android phone, so I was sitting on my couch and uh, I just reached out for the phone and punched. I was navigating the apps. So I punched on the YouTube button, and bam! I was taken to a world of no return. I started seeing stuff about Jehovah's Witnesses, why I left the Jehovah's Witnesses and all of that, you know. So I started um, feasting on YouTube videos. You know, there were some videos that I thought they were just ranting and bitter, and I would say, hey, if you want to fornicate and do drugs, and the elders get you, and you are disfellowship, you can't come on YouTube and stand ranting and all of that. You know, this is Jehovah's clean organization. If you want to be in it, you gotta clean up. So I kept on, scrolling, navigating. One of the first video that made the most impression on me was XJW critical thinker. SJW critical thinker, JT and Lady C. That's video, why we left Jehovah's Witnesses. Come on. I I when I was done with that video, I was like, wait a minute. Is this really true? Because there were so many things that was brought up in that video that I haven't even learned about, so many things that I hadn't even learned about. And this man, he was all dressed up, JT in his style, clean shaven. I had no reason to to not want to believe what he was saying. I could relate to everything he was saying. So I downloaded the video. I kept playing it. I said, man, come on. No, in my wide confusion, I started navigating. And okay, if this is not the truth, what then is the truth? All right. So here comes along the John Cedars channel. He helped me untangle the doctrines of the Jehovah's Witnesses. One of his video that made impression on me was debunking the new light in 5 minutes. When I went through that, I was like, oh, come on. I can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? Wow, this is just, this, I couldn't refute it. I couldn't refute it. So I went on again. So after all these, I hadn't, it hadn't really sunk in that, hey, oh, we have been duped. I was still navigating, going around, trying to see what I can get off YouTube to still validate the teachings of the Jehovah's Witnesses, but not after I had watched SJW Critical Thinker, John Cedars channel, Mike and Kim, a host of YouTubers like that. Uh, they really helped me to have my head straightened out. So, so after having feasted on tons of videos on YouTube, I decided to Google Jehovah's Witnesses. Something like, is Jehovah's Witness the truth or something? And bam, JW facts popped up. When I went through that website and came back from it, I was done. I heard about crisis of conscience, but when I went through jwfast.com, I was done and I was dead. That was how I woke up, and the events that followed this realization is what I'll be picking on as I continue to talk about Jehovah's Witnesses from the African perspective. SJW right here, Wesley'S. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm signing out.